Welcome to Business Summit, once again, our monthly webinar. We are so grateful to see you again, despite the December vibes, the Christmas vibes that have already started. So welcome to our Business Summit, our monthly webinar, where we come here to connect to you and to discuss the next opportunities that the world has for you. So if you're here, you would like to say something, please feel free. I can see people joining already in the room one by one. Miss Gertruda, welcome to you, Miss Gertruda. How are you today? I see Miss Haider also. Mr. Abdullah, Mr. Milton, it's good again to see you, sir. I've been watching your posts on Facebook. You're doing so well, doctor. Very, very, very well done. I can call you a doctor because of the great work that you're doing. Hello, Mr. Abdullah. I hope that you're well. Hello to you. And hello, Miss Anne.
Hello to you. I'm fine in Nairobi, Kenya.
Wow, that's great. That's great. I'm not too far from you. I'm in Africa myself right now.
Oh, where are you?
I'm in Durban, South Africa right now.
Okay, pleasure.
Yes, we will officially start our summit in the next few minutes as people are still joining. Mr. Haider, I can see you. You're looking as young as always, or I must say younger. Please, you will need to send me the private message how to keep young. You're looking good, Miss Haider. Welcome to you. And if you would like to say a few words, you're welcome as we're about to start in the next 2 or 3 minutes. And we have some other people joining. I can see Mr. Roger joining.
Yes, sir. How are you today?
I am good, sir. How are you keeping? I think you have a problem with your connection. But again, I think it's by my time, it's 4 p.m. and this is the time that we are about to start our webinar. Again, warm welcome to everyone for our Business Summit, our monthly webinar where we connect with each and every one of you to discuss the next opportunities that the world is offering. In the last 3 years, as we started doing those webinars, we have seen our friends grow from strength to strength. And this has just been amazing to see how you guys has taken your business not to the next level, but to the next dimension. So please feel free. This is your platform. And today we bring you just another webinar, Business Summit. I would like now to welcome Dr. Haider. Dr. Haider, are you here today? Good morning to you.
Hi, good morning. Good morning. How are you?
All good, Dr. Haider. Good to see you.
Great. Yeah, I just landed back to Toronto from Caribbean last few hours, I guess, last night. So from a different scenario, as you can see in on my back, is that is where I was until yesterday. And then since last night here, it is in Toronto is about 1 degree. So or some places is minus.
Wow.
So you can understand so something. I want to feel that I'm still in Caribbean and still on the sea beach, on the ocean beach. So I'm sure our friends are all doing fine all around the world. I can see our friends are joining from different part of the world as usual.
Yes, okay. Yes, but many of them are also on holidays because I've received many also messages. In fact, as I was talking, we have some friends who are already going away for the December trip. So I can see the holiday mood is already here, but we're not only on holiday. We will continue to work, right, Dr. Haider? We're here to help.
Absolutely, that's fine, Norris. The holidays should be enjoyed because last 3 years, what time we passed. We were literally inside the jail. We were into hell, I would say. A man like me, I was inside home for years. I mean, 1.5 years, I did not even open my door. So right now, this is the time. And this is what I see within the people, that everybody is out, everybody is willing to meet, talk, eat, drink, and discuss business one-to-one and even on the table. A lot of programs that me and Mr. Roger Kavanagh attended in Caribbean as well. And we could see, the people are really thrilled. So every single person in the world is really now excited to start their new working life. So it's in one side, in personal life, people are meeting the friends and families. In the other side, the business is meeting the business communities. So it has been a gap. So that, covering the gap, which is fantastic, which is good. So I appreciate that everyone should enjoy their time now, and at least, whichever way they can. But again, it's winter in some part of the world, and there are, with the climate changes, you can see a lot of, weather changes in different places. Some places, some days is very hot, and next next evening, you can see it's very cold. Like the
Yes,
drop of the
it's true.
temperature, like as you were saying, in your city, in Durban, it was 30 over degree, and then suddenly it came down to 14, 15. So that's
Yes.
something that we need to be careful. All our friends and folks, those who are joining here, they should be a little careful on the health side, that these weather situations should not, hamper our health conditions and put us down. So with this, I would say that, it has been a great time and exciting time, that after the COVID was, controlled since the middle of this year till now. I think this is the last webinar for us in 2022. And we have been doing extremely well, I would say. We have connected so many businesses and helped so many businesses connecting each other. And we are looking forward to meet you in person. Right now, I'm meeting a lot of my friends that I could not meet last few months or years. Like yesterday, I met somebody in Barbados in Caribbean, and whom I was looking forward to meet for last few months. But now, finally, we met. We never met. So this is the first time we met, and we discussed business. We agreed to certain things. And as he was saying that, wow, we have been talking, but it was different on the online and so on on the phone. But here we are meeting and having a catch up the day fish in Barbados and a drink in the evening. That's something completely different. And I do fully agree. So this is how it is. Please go back to your family, friends, and enjoy your time. December will be slow in any case, so don't waste your time. Enjoy it to the highest level, and do your business at the same time as well. So with this, I would say that we have today our friends that want to speak. I can see a lot of our friends, Haider from Philippines, Dr. Dato Guna from Malaysia, Gartuda from Lithuania, Abdullah Al-Baki from Singapore, Engineer Milton Sheikh from Bangladesh, Sharafat from Bangladesh, Sohana Amin from Bangladesh, Masum from Bangladesh, I guess, Mr. Mustafizur Rahman Shoag from Bangladesh, Aminul Islam from Bangladesh, and I can see Mr. Moradin from Caribbean, I guess, Monish Chatterpal definitely from Guyana, Mr. Fazal from Caribbean as well. But I don't know where he is right now. Probably he's in Canada. Or then I have Mr. Khurshid Alam always SMSing me, messaging me, and giving me updates on some of the projects. Appreciate you joining. Mr. Peter Olio from Lagos, I think. And then our friend Miss Anne from Kenya. So it looks like we are covering fairly well the Asia, Middle East, Africa, Europe, North and South America. So everyone is here from all the places. I see Mr. Jamal Ibrahim joining, and many of our other friends are joining continuously. Mr. Roger Kavanagh in the Caribbean, and so many other friends. Welcome. I'm so glad to see all of you, and I wish you a grand December celebration, and I want you to enjoy some of your own time and revitalize, rejuvenate, and re-energize. Take a little bit of a break, go for a retreat wherever you can, even just take a break and go to a village somewhere and have some, fresh air, take some breathe, and re-strategize and replan, and come back with your new plan that for the 2023. I think I would do. I have done my plan for 23, 24, 25. So these 3 years, I have a 3 years plan now on the table for me to follow. So right now I'm working on that, and a 3-year plan, and what is the goal that I want to achieve, that I have also pinpointed, so that I don't defocus. I keep focusing on things that I need to do. With this, I'd like to invite our friend, Mr. Raimundas from Germany. He has some exciting news. Congratulations, Mr. Raimundas. He has re-energized himself and increased his strength in terms of helping the business owners and investees, those who need financial support and help and investment. And he wants to offer his precious financing support. I welcome Mr. Raimundas to give us some more exciting news and information. Congratulations and welcome, Mr. Raimundas.
Thank you, Dr. Haider, for this wonderful introduction. I was thrilled to know your experience from your travels. I would like to inform your audience, Dr. Haider, about the situation in Germany. As you know, changing geopolitics brought big changes to Germany, and gas supplies from Russia is disrupted completely. So now gas is the main question that is bothering politicians and everybody in Germany, because Germany was very dependent on the Russian supplies of gas. But now situation is changing, and gas is coming now from United States. There is one smart guy. He built 2019 more than 10 modern liquefied gas ships, and now buying one ship in United States for 40 million and selling for Germans for 240 million. So one transaction makes the guy 200 million in profits, and he managed to get long-term contracts with German government. So it's exciting situation, and German government told that in the long term they will switch to hydrogen. So gas supplies for Germany is a long-term project, and there are opportunities, to participate in that supplies of gas now and hydrogen in the future. So to build or probably build modern liquefied gas ships makes sense now. And there is a lot of funding available, because green hydrogen is the future fuel who will not harm our climate. So I see big opportunities in this area, and also transportation, switch to electric transportation and other kinds of transportation, which will be fueled by the fuels that are not harmful to our environment. There is a lot of big demand for metals, because cars that are run on electricity requiring much more metals as normal cars. So the demand for metals will be big in Germany, because Germany is a manufacturing nation, and of course will use this opportunity and will manufacture things that are necessary for this green economy switch. So I see possibilities, and I'm working personally on that possibilities myself, and looking, how to build ships, how to build how to buy mines, for example, in Canada, and then take the necessary material to Germany and have very nice business. So if audience find the subject of interest, I would be happy to talk after the conference personally, and then we can see what we can do. So that's all I wanted to tell.
Thank you, Mr. Ramandas. Thank you very much. Yes, you are very much right. The energy crisis right now, not only in Germany, in Europe, and in the US also, it's a crisis. It's a real-time crisis. And we can see that the German Chancellor was in Canada last month to discuss about some possibilities with the Prime Minister of Canada. And he's also been to Africa, convincing the African leadership to, give them access to the energy resources that Africa is having. And I see multiple projects on the card, like the pipeline from Nigeria to Europe is coming up. So I think multiple mega projects are in offering, which is good news for some of our friends in Africa, some of our friends, those who were neglected before, with all due respect, and then now they are getting priority because of their energy resources. This is one of the things that I see in the Caribbean as well, like the new energy giant like Guyana and Suriname. Then they are really getting importance to the world in terms of investment, in terms of attention and attraction. So a lot of things are happening in the energy sector, and this will continue. But at the same time, many of the politicians are saying their countries will have some famine situation. Even UN released a report saying that 40 countries are into high risk for famine in 2023. I hope, and we hope all together here and pray that it doesn't happen. And our friends, those who are into the business in agriculture, I have multiple friends who are in agriculture business. Even myself, I do a limited volume of agriculture. We should intensify our agriculture production and make sure that world doesn't face a problem, because with this Ukraine-Russia situation, the agriculture produced from both the countries cannot come out. So it's what the world needed is, there is an acute shortage, of course. They were known to be the breadbasket. So now they are unable to deliver. So this is where we can see some crisis. And that's a message as well for all of us, that we should grow our own thing, grow our own agriculture products in a limited scale. And that is in a way better, that you stay healthy and you produce your own things for yourself, and you know what you are producing and eating. Because these days, the food is a major threat as well for your health and mind. So it can cause a major damage and health issues. So I think that's a kind of a changed situation. So thank you, Mr. Ramandas, for giving us some good information. And I'm sure some of our friends here, they will be taking this opportunity and will be in touch with you to get some of their project funded. But I'd like to ask you also, like, in addition to the energy resources, what else you can do for our investees, those who are looking for funding into their businesses, like non-energy constructions, real estate, technology, and infrastructure, ports, airports, airlines. What do you think about all this?
So, as you know, I am securitization specialist, and my connections in Luxembourg is still there. When somebody will have a project that needs serious money, then I can help them, because serious investors, they buy securities, but that the investors could buy the securities, we have to go through the process and put the project or the asset into the securities, and then once we have securities, which means that there will be lawyers, accountants, and everybody else, rating agencies, that will check everything, that asset or the project, will make conclusion, and if everything is fine, then big investors is buying those securities and providing the cash. So that is what I can do, and securitization is for big projects, minimum 100 million. And without limit, you can securitize ports or big infrastructure projects or things like that. There are costs involved in securitization process, because by law, lawyers and accountants cannot work for success fee. That's the situation, So people who want to securitize, they must be ready to cover the cost, because otherwise we will not succeed. But once we have securities, I have connections in Switzerland with pension funds. I have good connections in the United States. Once securities will be ready and approved and rating given for the securities, then we can sell and get the money. So that's what I can do.
Thank you. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, this is there are, thank you for sharing the lights. There are a couple of things with my last few years of experience. Even I myself also suffered at the beginning that, I need money, I need financing, or I need investment. I ask for it and I get it. You don't. I don't get that money in that way. So we need to prepare is a bankable business plan, number one, and the assets that you are talking about. So business plan is the first one. The majority of our clients that we met for last 3-4 years or 5 years, the biggest problem is a bankable business plan is missing. This is where we face the first problem, that they don't have a bankable business plan. This is a major issue. They might have a big company, they might have a big business, they have a cash flowing business, revenue is very high, great organization, making good money. But the problem is they don't have a bankable business plan. This is what is missing. So I suggest humbly to all our friends, those who are looking for funding, I think look at your business plan first, what you are doing, what you want to do, and why you want the money, and what is the utilization. These 4 basic questions needs to be answered into the business plan, and engage a professional business plan maker and make a business plan first before you ask for funding to anybody. And then you need to have some cost to be allocated. This is just, I heard from the financial specialists and investment bankers that we work with, few of the top 20 world's top 20 investment bankers are our partners that we can offer funding, as Mr. Ramada said, for any projects. But they need certain things like an approximately 1% of the total amount of money that you are looking for is needed to be kept ready in hand for expenses to be covered upfront and post financing. So this is, as Mr. Ramundas was saying, that the auditor, legal advisor, they don't, like PwC or Grant Thornton or SaaS companies will not be working without payment of the fees. So the investment banker or the consultant will definitely work on success fees. But these are the auditors, accountants, credit rating organizations that will be needing their payments upfront, that they will be working and certifying your documents. Am I right, Mr. Raimundas?
Yes, Dr. Haider, I agree with you 100% because that's the situation, you know, especially when we are talking about big projects, because and large amounts of money. Institutional investors, they have certain rules, you know. If they manage the pension funds, they know how the deal has to be structured. And before the securitization, we can talk to those investors and find them. But anyway, we will need to present, to pack the project or the asset into the form that is acceptable for those investors. And only then we can succeed. You know, and the process requires, as Dr. Haider said, some money, because by law, rating agencies or accountants or lawyers, they cannot work on success fee. That's forbidden by law, so it's not possible. And that's why we have some expenses that are needed to cover up front before we will prepare the project. We will pack into the securities, and then we could sell the securities and get the money. So that's the process and procedure and reality.
Right you are. So this is the reality, this is the process with everyone that we are talking, and there is no shortcut on that. So those who are looking for funding, investment, they should be ready mentally. And there are costs also, like even if you are having a joint venture or even an equity funder into your company, there are costs, you know, to find out all these accredited investors, the real-time good investors. You need some cost to be allocated. Like you need to travel with your team to some places. And if you are not willing to spend on that, that's an issue. You get stuck into that. So our fellow friends and investees, those who are looking for investment, they need to bear this in mind and plan up accordingly. So as the new year coming, I would suggest sincerely that some of you need to really look at that and plan accordingly. Likewise, I'll give you an example. I got a funder from Kuwait back in 2007 into one of my venture in Bangladesh. And that time I had to travel 6 times to Kuwait. You know, every time I went there and presented documents, their experts came up and said that, oh, this is missing. This you need to answer, tell us. I could not answer. So I said, okay, I go back and I come back with the answer. So 6 times, but I've succeeded. I made the, I got the funding, and that was a success story. So, but I had to spend a lot of money. If I didn't have the money to go and 6 times and spend this money along with a consultant from US, there was a professor who was my consultant, and I had to cover his cost as well. Every time he was traveling and all those, and his fees, he was charging in advance without getting a money. That risk I had to take. It was a calculated risk that I had to take and spend that money. And that cash flow I had to have. So this is what exactly you need to have. Any of these investment banker, like the world's largest investment banker called Merrill Lynch, this company is looking at an engagement fee of minimum $500,000. They fund big companies, big boys, but their engagement fees is extremely heavy. Engagement fees that you are engaging them to look for funder for your project. So it's $500,000 to $1 million minimum. I think it is $1 million, but I would say $500,000 probably, given the COVID situation, they lowered the fee probably. That's what I saw sometime, that $500,000 is the lowest. It could be 1 million, 2 million, even more. Engagement fees before you get any money. But the world knows, the big companies, they know that the investees, they know that if we engage Merrill Lynch, definitely the success rate is 99.5%. So that's how things work. To get money, you need money. This is where we are struggling. Some of our small scale promoters, business owners, they're looking for funding, a smaller amount, 1 to 5, 10, 20 million. But they don't either have a bankable business plan, they don't have the parameters that they need to meet up, or they don't have the cost to cover these document waiting and meeting and traveling and paying the consultant all these costs. So this is where it is missing. That's where most of our friends are suffering. So I'd suggest some of you that you better look at your documents first, and then also look at the cash flow, and then hit the wall. I think that will bring you good results. This is what I could say. Mr. Ramirez, thank you for giving us the information, and I'm sure what I'm talking is out of my experience that I have seen. Of course, we have a small scale investors that can invest independently, individually, personally, but that's rare these days because the number of projects available, the startups are too many, extremely big volume in the world coming up. The young generations, they are, it's encouraging, they're coming for business, but at the same time, they're also, burning their fingers because they produce something, they come up with some ideas and they start something with their own small money, and then they get stuck in the middle. I know somebody that is here also. I mean, he has a nice product, but again, he has spent all his money that he had. Now he doesn't have any more money and he cannot grow. He has the solutions ready, but the problem is he doesn't have the marketing cost. He doesn't have the further, funding for the projects to go to the next level. So he's stuck. The project might die if he doesn't get the money in next few weeks, few months. So that's the realistic situation. And in this level, basically our funders, unfortunately, are not very encouraged to invest because these are all investment into certain areas that some individuals, ideas are the only asset that the company is having. So that's where we need to be fully prepared on that. This is what my suggestion is. Well, I would make the floor open for now. And Mr. Avi, if you can invite some people, some of our friends, those who are here to ask question, we will be very happy, Mr. Raimundas and myself, and we'll be very happy to answer any questions they have. Over to you,
Sure,
Mr.
Dr. Haider. Sure. There has been a few things going on the chat. So we had Mr. Jamal. Please forgive me if I'm not saying the name right. Mr. Jamal Ibrahim. He's from Ethiopia, and he's been asking about a healthcare project that he has and how can Business Summit help him. So Mr. Jamal, if you're here, Jamal Ibrahim, please feel free. You can ask your question now. Mr. Jamal. Okay, while we're waiting for him, there's another person who asked a question. Mr. Rashid, are you here? Mr. Rashid from Tanzania. He was having some problems, Mr. Rashid. Can you hear me, Mr. Rashid? Okay, I think you are still not connected with your sound, but Mr. Rashid says that he has two projects, one for gold mining and one for diamond mining in Tanzania. The company is looking for joint venture partners. So Mr. Rashid, I think he is also having some internet problem. He is not able to connect. I am chatting with him right now, actually, on Zoom. So I am sending him my email address, Dr. Haider, and maybe we can help him for these two projects to get joint ventures. And so these are the two main people who asked questions. If anyone else would like to ask any question, please feel free. You're welcome to ask any question. I see we have also Mr. Zakir Hussain, who is the CEO of, he's from Poverty Elimination Organization. Mr. Zakir, are you here? Can you hear me? Okay. Mr. Zakir? Yes, you're muted, sir. You're muted. You are still muted. Yes, now we can hear you. Welcome to our summit, Mr. Zakir.
Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to ask some questions to you. I am continuing attending at your meeting. Just I like to know about, as we are the NGO personnel, we are provide the microcredit, microfinance to the borrower to increase their enterprise and entrepreneurship development. So, do you have any kind of opportunity to provide the fund to our NGOs?
Well, thank you. Yeah, same question. Do you have a business plan? If somebody is funding you, where you will deploy that fund, what is the return, and what is the security against the fund that you will be giving to the funder? And these are all the questions that you need to answer. If you have a piece of paper answering all these questions, please feel free to pass it on to us. We can have a look and then connect you with the appropriate funder for such microcredit schemes.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I will contact you at email later on, please. Thank you.
Thank you. And at the same time, we want you to also go global. Like there are many companies or countries. There are many countries like a company from Ghana, a company from other countries like in Lesotho. They're looking for a microcredit organization to get into their country and start microcredit business in some segments. So if you are interested, we can connect you on that. And you can, go beyond the boundary and help the local team to develop their own microcredit, where you can be either a partner, a joint venture partner, or you could be a consultant. Your company can be the backbone consultant to set up a microcredit organization. So this is where we have a scope. If you are interested, please send us an email on that.
Definitely, our organization would have the pleasure to get that opportunity, and our organization would be more pleasure to do work along with them also.
Super.
Outbound of Bangladesh.
Great. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, that should be, because you have an expertise. Microcredit was started in Bangladesh with Professor Yunus.
Yeah.
Microcredit. So you should be selling this globally. Dr. Yunus is doing it absolutely stunningly, but he's always on the move somewhere. He was in the Southern America when I was there. So, helping people all over the world. But at the same time, since you got the ideas and you got the expertise by now, you should also lend this expertise. You should also, leverage this expertise and give it to the other countries, those who need it, and earn money together. Help them, and you get it paid as well. So this is where I'm saying that, but you need an appropriate plan and business plan and so on. So we'll connect you on that for sure. We have
Thank you so much. When we got the pleasure also acting with the Microcredit Summit campaign, and it is true that microfinance or microcredit is a tools to eradication of poverty. Very vital tools to eradication of poverty. Now this moment to a development of the entrepreneurship and to raise up the enterprise, small enterprise development, it is a very important tool also. That's why we would have the pleasure to do that. So thank you so much.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Zakir, and thank you, Dr. Haider. Yes, we have one more question from our friend, Ms. Heidi. She's asking, and this question will be directed to Mr. Raimundus, what are the examples of security?
Mr. Abhishek, may I tell a few words?
Yes, this question is addressed to you, by the way.
Okay, what was the question?
The question is, what are the examples of security?
Security can be can be bonds, can be shares, can be various types of derivatives, for example. And depending on the project, then we could look again very concretely what is possible to do. Of course, I need to talk to, first of all, to the investor who will buy those securities, and he will tell me what kind of securities required, because each investor has their own code of conduct and various regulations that is limiting their possibilities to invest the money. But I will get this information before I will issue securities, and when I will get information, then I will do my job together with PwC or Ernst & Young in Luxembourg, with lawyers and with rating agencies, and we will produce exactly that kind of security that investor will be ready to buy. So that is the answer to the question. But Mr. Avishek, you mentioned it, one project, mine project for gold. And there is central bank of central banks of the world. It is called Bank of International Settlements in Geneva, in Switzerland. They recently changed their policies a little bit and decided that from now on, gold is again tier 1 asset. That means number 1 asset for banking community. So gold mines has a very interesting future, in my opinion. So that's all.
Sure, Mr. Ramindas, thank you so much for that. I am waiting for Mr. Rashid to come to me. He is still online, but for some reason we cannot hear him. So he will be sending me those 2 projects. Maybe I can email it to you. From my side, I see that's all the questions we had, Dr. Haider. But I could also see our friend Dato Guna, who was here. Maybe we can also allow him to speak. It's been a while since we've seen him. Dato Guna, how are you, sir?
Right. Hello. How are you? How are you, Mr. President Haider, and my dear friend? How are you?
Great to see you. We're doing fine.
Wish all the best to you all. The seminar is going on to continuously giving opportunities for all the investors to join together, to link. Dr. Haider is giving good opportunity to all the businessmen to join together. At this moment, I don't have any opportunity to talk about business, because Malaysia just over a new revolution of the government election. Past 60 years old party, Barisan Nasional, lost. Then Anwar Ibrahim, the great Anwar Ibrahim, has become the Prime Minister of Malaysia now. And then the 2 parties have joined together, formed the government. Today, all the ministers taken an oath. Then we can see new development coming up. Malaysia will be the next 20 years ago, how Malaysia grew with Dr. Mahathir Mohamad. Now again, you can see the new development will come into Malaysia. Investors are planning to invest in Malaysia. Of course, you are welcome to invest any new development project for the environment and the human development in the country. Malaysia will be the best country to invest in Asia, peaceful country, politically stable country, and all of y'all can plan to invest. Next summit, I will bring up the new projects in Malaysia. We can talk about what are the things that we can discuss. Thank you very much for giving opportunity. All the best to you all, and advance Merry Christmas to you all. Thank you and Happy New Year.
Thank you, Dato Guna.
Thank you, Dato Guna. I would like to congratulate you and the new government in Malaysia. And I forgot to mention that there is a new government in the Kingdom of Lesotho as well. A group of business people. They came into politics suddenly. They formed a political party 3 months before the election, and they had a landslide victory. Out of 80 seats in the parliament, they got over 60. So all the political parties got only less than 20 seats in the parliament. So we are looking forward to see how this businessman, he's a billionaire, how he changes his country. Now with Honorable Anwar Ibrahim in power, along with his former colleagues. I can see our friend Jahid Hamidi and Mr. Sabu and Tengku Jafrul. They're all in the cabinet. So I hope that the team will do a great job. And Malaysia is one of the most interesting country, and we love it. We love Malaysia for sure.
Thank you. Thank you.
And we are promoting Malaysia. And
you can see a new development definitely going to come. And then the finance minister become the international trade minister. Anwar Ibrahim personally become the finance minister and the prime minister. And then his deputy, very energetic, intelligent man, Rafizi, the new guy, become the economy minister. So the plan is that the government to go into the develop back the economy, bring back to the same level like before. So any investors in all over the country can look into the Malaysia as an active opportunity for you all. Thank you.
Absolutely. I hope that Malaysia has now the opportunity to invite the global investor once again. And it's a beautiful country, conducive country, nice people, great food, great culture. Everything is fantastic. I can't complain about Malaysia. We rather miss Malaysia.
Yeah, thank you.
Time, So we it's close to our heart, and we are so proud to be associated with Malaysia and its culture. Thank you, Dr. Guna, and we look forward to work together hand in hand. And please do some homework and come up with some of the exciting programs of the new government that they lay down. I'm sure Mr. Anwar Ibrahim is a capable finance minister. He was the finance minister earlier, so he is a capable politician and a leader. And I'm sure he's also having a lot of experience handling delicate and difficult situation in business. So I hope that he will deliver the best possible solutions to the Malaysians and to the world. He will offer the best possible investment opportunities. So we are looking forward to work together hand in hand. And I'm so glad to see that Tengku Jafrul is the meeting minister. And I'm looking forward to work with my friend. He's been a very good friend and very young and enterprising person. Very intelligent. I hope that things will go better in Malaysia. Looking forward. Thank you, Dr. Guna.
Thank you.
Any other question from anyone?
That's all for now, Dr. Haider. I cannot see any other questions, so you may go ahead. Actually, you can share a little bit what me.
I must congratulate His Excellency Ruta, another good friend of mine in Kenya. He became the president. So a lot of changes all around the world. And I'm sure our friends are watching the soccer. It's going on. I mean, it's a happening month. In fact, this December is extremely happening month everywhere in the world after the COVID, Now, the soccer has been a kind of, upside down yesterday. We saw that Brazil lost to Cameroon, and earlier we saw that Argentina, the first day, Argentina lost to Saudi Arabia. So it's a lot of excitement going on. So we would not be, taking too long today to have our meeting that long, but as you all need to probably go for soccer, doing some weekend errands, and it has been a busy time. I can see all around. Everyone is busy and everything is happening. So as usual, I'd like to welcome all of you. If you have any projects, please feel free. We have a couple of assets that we need to give you an update. Like we have a gold asset in Suriname that is for sale. It's over 130,000 acres of gold asset and estimated to have over $20 billion worth of gold is there. That is the estimate made by the company. They are looking for investors for sale. So anyone interested in gold mining, this is one asset in addition to Tanzanian gold asset. And there are multiple gold mining in Ghana also available. And also Guyana is one of the biggest gold producer. Even I have 2 gold assets for sale from our client. One is 30,000 acres, and another one is 140,000 acres. So altogether is about 170,000 acres of gold assets in Guyana is also available. So anyone interested into gold mining, please feel free. We have multiple technology projects available in different places in the world. Especially I can see a lot of Indian and Bangladeshi companies. The youngsters are coming up with a lot of solutions, which is needed desperately in Africa and in southern part of America. So I would like to invite all my friends from Bangladesh, India, Sri Lanka, and all those Asian countries, those who are having a lot of technology-oriented solutions into their bag, to come out and help the world at the moment. And this is the best time, I can tell you. Everybody is looking for solutions. Everybody is looking for technology. Everybody is looking for quick turnaround of their capital and make more money. And this is the time. Even in agriculture, you can see so much of revolution happening, even mechanization of the agriculture system. In many places, there are millions or billions of acres of land sitting idle, where we are struggling in some of the countries like Bangladesh, no land to produce enough agriculture products. So you should come out of the country and do things somewhere else. Do the agriculture somewhere else. Internationalize, globalize your business, and get the bigger benefit. The world is open. I believe in a concept called global village. The world, I feel this is like a village. And I have been blessed that I have seen most of the countries, almost 140 countries by now that I've visited, and only a small portion of it is left behind. So I'll be completing hopefully before I retire fully. So that's, but I see opportunities everywhere I go. There is opportunity. You need to open your eyes and open your brain and go beyond, virtually and physically. Go virtually first. Go and Google search and do some study. Go to CIA website and CIA link and see the country, what is there, and so on and so on. And then do a study and come to a conclusion. And then us will be happy to connect you. We have our presence in over 151 countries, where we know somebody for last 30, 40 years that are dependable, reliable, and we know weighted people, weighted organizations that we can connect to. And that's what we have been doing, and we are very proud to do that. So anywhere you need a partner, anywhere you need an associate, you need a helping hand, we are here. We are here. I look forward to see you soon. And I think some other people are here that want to raise a question. Mr. Jamal Ibrahim. Or he's not here.
We have one more question, Dr. Haider, and I think this you have already answered, but I will still read it. What criteria do you use to value startup for bond or share investment?
Okay, that's the question to Mr. Raimundas, I guess. He can answer. Mr. Raimundas, can you kindly answer this question, please?
Yes, but before I will answer the question, I would like to tell that Luxembourg law allows securitization of merger and acquisition transactions. If there is an asset on sale and there is a difficulty to find a buyer, it might be the right solution, to securitize the asset in Luxembourg. And then once we will securitize the asset, it will be transparent and visible to the Luxembourg community. And Luxembourg, although is a small country, but they are managing approximately $6 trillion of assets, from all over the world, people are there. And once we will securitize some asset, it will become visible in Luxembourg, and then it's much easier to sell because securitization procedure is at the same time also due diligence procedure, where all the risks will be evaluated and rated, and then once this work is done, for investor it's very easy to make an investment decision, and if an investment ticks all the their risk parameters, they will buy securities and buy the asset. So, but can somebody repeat the question? What was asked?
Yes, the question is, what criteria do you use to value startup for bond or share investment? The startup company.
Startup, of course, is the most difficult thing, because there is normally startup is small thing. They need small money. They don't have anything to show, and then it's very difficult to evaluate the startup. We have in majority cases only just an idea, and I have some people in the United States that are providing capital for startups. If somebody has startup, I can introduce to those people in the United States, and they shall talk to them, because they are financing startups. They are organizing similar conferences like here, inviting investors, in most cases from the United States, and then those startups have an opportunity to become the seed capital and go further. That would be my answer.
Sure. And also, Mr. Office there. I think, yes, obviously we can connect you to someone in India, but Dr. Haider, if you would like to answer this question too, please feel free.
Who is asking this question? Thank you, Mr. Avi. Who is
Mr. Faisal.
Mr. Faisal, where are you from?
So I'm from Bangladesh.
Okay, Mr. Faisal. Okay, what you are looking for? May I know what you want to import?
Cosmetics, basically. Perfume, cosmetics.
I see. Okay. Offhand, I think we have someone. We need to go and see our database, but I think we have someone to supply you the cosmetics from different places. It all depends on which ranges of the products you want. There are cosmetic suppliers from China. There are cosmetic suppliers from the Middle East. There are cosmetic suppliers from Europe and US as well. So these all depends on the pricing and the quality and which level of products you want. So that's, do you want the lower end products or mid end product or higher end product? Even there are
mid-end product.
Mid-end. I think
Yes.
mid-range. So I think there are some factories also in Malaysia. I'd like to invite Dr. Guna to take a note on this. And if you can kindly see who can be connected to the gentleman, because you are not into cosmetics business, but you are into healthcare products. So probably this could be something else that you can add up into your portfolio. And if you can...
Doctor, sorry, interrupting.
Yes, please.
Mr. Faisal can contact me. Then I have in Malaysia, we are the not only herbal products, we have also cosmetic products. We have lipsticks and facial products and everything we have at the moment. So you can, if Mr. Faisal contact me, then I can help him with whatever product he can need. No problem.
Super. You see how we give solutions on the spot. I don't believe in tomorrow. I believe in today, right now.
Yes.
The solution is here, Mr. Fazal. So, Mr. Abhishek, please get Mr. Fazal connected to. He can support. He can help out. It is his domain, in fact. It is his kingdom. I'm sure he can help.
So, Doctor, I am sending my contact details already to Mr. Fazal. Please contact me and we'll connect you immediately.
Thank you, Mr. Abhishek. Thank you.
I'll be happy to hear that this deal is done in the next few days.
Yes, sure, definitely. Once you contact me, then I'll help you.
Before the year is ending. So
Yes.
there should be some deals you should be making.
Yeah.
Mr. Fazil and Dada Guna. Wish
Yeah.
you all the best, my friend.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Any
Thank
other question, Mr. Ravi?
No, Doctor. I think only Mr. Roger wanted to say a few words.
Oh
and then I
yes,
think-
Mr. Roger, welcome to the team. So Mr. Roger Kapanar has been kind enough to join us from yesterday, from the 1st of December as our team member, and he's a consultant to our team and us. He's a consultant to our group. Now, from 1st of December, I'm very pleased to introduce Mr. Roger Kapanar. He's a Canadian by born, but he's based in the Caribbean. He has traveled widely all around the world. He has been a businessman and with multiple portfolios. Right now, Mr. Roger is a senior consultant in the business development arena. So Mr. Roger would be working with us as the Vice President Business Development in our group. Mr. Roger, you are most welcome, and congratulations and welcome to our team.
Thank you very much. I did just have one comment to make regarding you were indicating various agriculture people start to think globally and look at opportunities globally. And you were mentioning other countries do have opportunities with land for the other people. And I just wanted to make a comment that Guyana is considered the breadbasket of the Caribbean. So we plan in Guyana to be supplying agriculture products throughout the Caribbean and probably the top half of South America as well. So the government is forming relationships with different countries. And I will just mention one, for example, Barbados is being provided land in Guyana to grow products or agriculture products, because Barbados being a small island, they don't have the land, but they have experts and they have the desire to invest and grow. So definitely Guyana is one country to look at for agriculture, and there are many different countries such as Barbados looking for joint venture. I believe Suriname is joint venturing on some projects as well, and there's an Israeli firm as well. So there are opportunities in Guyana for establishing yourselves and getting the land to start growing products. So I just wanted to make that comment about Guyana.
Thank you, Mr. Roger. Thank you. Yes, we know about this. It's a big country, comparing to its population. So there is tremendous amount of agriculture potential in Guyana, and these entire Caribbean needs it, because all these small islands, as you said, Barbados. I flew out of Barbados yesterday, and when I was flying out, there was a big chaos at the airport. I mean, these 7 airplanes landed, big ones: British Airways, KLM, Aer Lingus, Air Canada, WestJet, American Airlines, who else? Caribbean Airlines, and
British
so many
Airways.
others. I mean, British Airways, big plane. I think all big flights. I mean, it's a small country, but so many 7 or 8 flights at a race. They were just standing on the tarmac, and they just landed and disembarking passengers. So it's a massive, and also in the Air Canada flight yesterday I flew in, they oversold 6 seats. I was talking to the cabin crew. If I was traveling in economy class yesterday, and I was telling them if I can be, getting an upgrade in the business class. They said, sorry, sir, the flight is oversold by 6 seats. So we rather have a problem that we have 6 extra passengers, what to do with them. So that's a level, the situation, as you can see, that people are traveling, and Barbados being a small country of 300,000 people, but receiving millions of tourists every year and having no land for agriculture potential as such. So there could be the easiest and fastest and closest country is Guyana. So I would see that there will be a lot of potential, and we can promote this. I should be in touch with the Prime Minister of Barbados soon. I should be meeting her soon as well somewhere, and probably we can connect her with some of the investors to get this project kick-started in Guyana. So it will be kind of a, investors plus Guyana plus Barbados. So it will be Barbadian government inviting the investors to join them as a joint venture partner and doing agriculture in Guyana and bringing it back to Barbados to feed in the tourists and their own.
Well, that's right, because the president of Guyana, President Ali, is very closely associated with the Prime Minister of Barbados, and they're working hand in hand on many different projects, because Guyana has the land, Barbados needs the land, plus they have investors. So they're working hand in hand in various opportunities. So definitely we can connect people to Barbados and to Guyana to start. And Suriname's coming along as well.
Yep, it is very exciting. Yes, it is very exciting. They need better logistics, probably, definitely. We are looking at that as well. So I can see a lot of potential. I never looked at Southern America and Caribbean until you were chasing me to go into that area since 2020, the time we met. So now I can see plenty of potentials. That's why I say, as a businessman, as an investor, as a visionary, I feel that I'm strongly a visionary man that can see potential everywhere. I don't see problems. I see prospects. I look at the prospects. Every country has problems. Even you go to the moon, there are problems, of course. Definitely. Yeah. You go to the heaven, also you will have some problems there. But you don't look at the problems. Look at the prospects, what you have, and then maneuver with the problems. I think then you can, I think we can achieve a better goal. The world is not a bed of roses. It has to be, and for business men and women and entrepreneurs, it's always a hard path. It's always a rough weather that you need to pass through at the beginning. So I'm sure what we are talking today is the thoughts of the policymakers or politicians across the world, and they can only think. We are the people that need to take actions. We are people that will make things happen. Politicians won't do this because that's not their job. Our job is to make things happen. Am I right?
Yeah.
So this is what we will do. So we need more and more entrepreneurs and more people, those who are serious, those who want to do, those who want to help themselves, and those who want to help their people, those who want to help this world to be a beautiful place, peaceful, lovely, and livable for everyone. And we call it a global village. And also, I'm in favor of a movement saying that it's a visa-free world. There should be 0 visas needed for the people, because this world is gifted by God to us, and we should not be blocked by some leaders, by some people, some quarters that, you cannot come here, you only can come here, you need a visa. So I'm in favor of a visa-free world. So we should be able to go anywhere and work anywhere, live anywhere that we desire. Not this barrier. This barrier should be eradicated. This will be my last movement for this world. And I'm sure those who are supporting this movement, please raise your hands and say that you support it. Thank you very much. Thank you. And we go for it. That we keep on advocating that this world should be a visa-free world, that every person should be able to travel anywhere they want and work anywhere they want, live anywhere they want. They should not be termed as refugee from Syria, refugee from Iran, refugee from Nigeria to Canada, refugees from here to there, Mexico to America, and all those nonsense should be eradicated. The world should be open. As you can go somewhere, the others should be able to come somewhere else. Look at this situation. Yesterday, when I was flying from Georgetown to Barbados, a girl was sitting next to me going to London. I said, what do you do? She's working in a company, and said that, oh, I'm going for a 1 week holiday, 1 week vacation, because we don't need a visa, because British government offered them visa-free access. Just imagine, there would not be, this British government would not be issuing a visa to any Guyanese without doing so much of due diligence, this, that, and so on, I think before 3 months even. But just the time they have declared visa-free regime for Guyanese into UK, now look at, everyone is trying to fly. It's not that they will be living there anymore in the UK, but it's so much of excitement. And I understand the British Airways is flying from 1st of March into Guyana, connecting and carrying more people, so that they have more people traveling into UK. So this should be the situation, allowed to go into UK, not that these people are not allowed to go somewhere. This should be eradicated completely. The world is pretty big enough. It's a huge, big world. There are no shortage of land, places for living. So why we should make this barrier that you cannot come this place? No, this should go away from the world. Before we die, we want to see that this is happening, a visa-free world. Thank you very much for your support, and I look forward to work with you more closely during the new year. And I wish you all the best, and Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We'll be in touch, but feel free anytime that you need any assistance from my team. They will be very happy to assist you even during these holidays anywhere in the world. That we are strategically located, as you know, that we have a team based in Asia, based in Africa, based in Europe, based in North and South America now. So we are very pleased to declare that we are existing in South America, and we will keep you posted on the further development very soon. Thank you.
I'll just make a comment too, that the government of Guyana is in discussions with Canada as well for visa-free travel.
Yeah, this is what, thank you. This is what I heard from the other day from the Canadian High Commissioner. I think this will be done. Now everybody, even America, will be offering visa-free to the Guyanese, because they have only 700,000 people. Even the whole country going into a country, it will not be even like a village. In Bangladesh, it's the most densely populated country in the world, with a small place. I think half of the country of Guyana, it has got 200 million population. So comparing to that, Guyana doesn't have even a million. So this even whole 700,000 coming into Canada, it's nothing. They cannot even fill up in one of the province of Canada. It's a massive country. Every kilometer, a square kilometer, they have only one person. So this is, this is a massive country. America, everywhere. So, well, these are all good things happening. So I hope that great things happens, and we have more good leaders in the world, those who will think like us and grow this world to be a more peaceful place. Instead of fighting, we go peaceful. We pray for every citizens in the world, every person in the world, that a new year comes with a peace, prosperity, and happiness for everyone.
Exactly.
Thank you very much. Thank you, and look forward to see you soon in our next webinar on the. When is our next webinar, Lima?
It's 7 January, sir.
Great. Okay. The beginning of January, we will come back to you. We'll look forward to hear from you all the success stories, and we'll give you some very exciting news, because in 2023 we'll be having multiple in-person summit, and we can declare that one will be in Guyana on the 19th of May. We will have a summit in Guyana in the Marriott Hotel. So we just sorted out. So anyone interested, please feel free to contact us. and we'll give you further information in the beginning of January. With this, I wish you all the best, and thank you very much, my team. All the best.